sign tribe. So Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, welcome to your Waxing Starcast here. So this reading is good for May 22nd through June 5th, that waxing phase of the moon. So before I get into your psychic tarot oracle messages, which are all pulled here as you see, I want to go over just the highlights of the astrological phenomenon that is happening in the sky during this period. And this is just a very brief breakdown, just the things that I felt were really important to share. So here you go. In brief, Saturn, Venus, Jupiter are retrograde. Some of you may already know that, but just making you further aware. Remember, retrogrades are really just periods of delay, slowdown, and delay and slowdown, re-evaluating of those energies that those planets represent, right? Sometimes it can bring in situations or people from the past, something we may have to revisit with someone in the past, or just a situation in the past. So that kind of stuff, of course, for those of you who don't know, can evolve during this time. Also, when planets are retrograde, it does, in my experience, my interpretation, does tend to enhance the energy of that planet. So, next up, May 28th, I wanted to note with y'all, Mercury moves into Cancer on this day. And the reason why I want to note that is I feel like it's important with everything that's going on. This is going to, I feel like, give the world stage, give the people as a collective, give humanity more disclosure with things that involve, subjects that involve paranormal, extraterrestrial, psychic abilities, psychic events, things that have to do with our moon, all those Cancerian qualities, very spiritual things and information, communication, those kinds of downloads can be just a little bit more predominant, a little bit more dominant happening at this time. So I think it's something to look forward to. I think a little bit more disclosure and transparency with those subjects is beautiful right now. June 5th, we'll have the Sagittarius lunar eclipse. Okay, Sagittarius, so a lot more philosophical things happening. And I'm not going to go too much in depth with that, but know the nodes of the moon are shifting. We are moving from the Cancer Capricorn to Gemini Sagittarius. So our direction as a collective, as humanity, is changing. Destinies are shifting a little bit. And I really feel like this energy, especially with that lunar eclipse in Sagittarius in combination with that Mercury in Cancer, this is very spiritual energy. And I feel like a lot of, like I said, exposure, disclosure when it comes to all those matters. We might find out there's still remote viewing going on, in some governmental programs, also secret space programs through the government and other organizations, which we are seeing that already. There's several people who have worked in that field who have already been coming forward, but we're going to see more of it. Exciting times. Let's get to your individual messages, starting with Libra. Libra, starting with your oracle, we have view from above. Get the big picture. So during this waxing phase, make sure you are looking at things in a broader sense, how it is going to impact you overall over time and not just in the moment. And Libra, it might be a good time for you to study more cosmic things or psychic things specifically as well, I'm getting, so that you can get a better, broader view, clearer view from what's going on in the world, in your world. So let's see, your situation card and influence. So situation here is the Princess of Pentacles, Libra. So there seems to be focus on learning and working on your craft. And, you know, getting physical. I'm getting that this is getting physical learning. Whether that means actually constructing something, getting crafty in some way, learning a new job, you know, learning the new environment, or going back to what we talked about with a view from above here, learning just new knowledge, obtaining new knowledge. And I also am getting here with the Princess of Pentacles, you know, it's specifically related to issues of money and material resources and the earth, you know, the earth itself, the resources our earth provides, food, you know, farming, all that kind of stuff. There's something about looking at that, learning about that, investigating that area a bit more. You know, how money is being handled, how the economy is being handled right now. And, you know, like I said, going back to food, we are, as I'm filming this, and still, I guess we are still in part of this waxing phase. We are still in Taurus season as well. So, you know, it makes sense paying attention to food supply and how that is treated and whatnot right now. That's an overall big theme, but for you specifically, it's learning and getting new information about those things. And then I feel like it's definitely, you're being called and encouraged, Libra, to do something with it. The Queen of Wands here. Do something with the information that you get, with the craft or project that you are looking at, are in the beginning stages of. Something in the beginning stages and learning stages here. But Queen of Wands, it's empowering you, it's strengthening you, Libra. And soak it up, soak in that courage, soak in that strength, soak in the self-empowerment that you get from this. Also, Leo energy is coming across strong with this. This could be Aries or Sagittarius assisting you as well, Libra, making you more aware of these topics, or simply just supporting you. And it is ringing as a female Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But for some of you, it could be male too. You know, this is a general reading, so I can't get super specific, but there you have it. This has to do with your confidence, raising your confidence, raising that sort of bravery within you, that courage within you. I feel like this is you, Libra, getting a little bit more innovative and experimental with what you can do in work, what you can do as a career, what you can do with your money, and alternative sources, alternative methods as well when it comes to that. So that's really cool. I like this. Stay open to numerous sources of information and news, okay? Moving on, Aquarius. Aquarius, we have your oracle messages navigating by the stars. Yes! Follow your bliss. Aquarius, I feel like many of you during this waxing phase are really being called to study or keep studying astrology, astronomy, the cosmos, and things related. Okay? This is your age that we are in now, that we have moved into. Astrology is a big science and spiritual path that we're evolving to, that we are leaning on more, that we are going to be using more in the future in this new age. And you are a big part of that role, playing that role of being that leader in this movement. But there's something about the cosmos and star interpretation, that can really help you pinpoint something right now during this time in your life. The direction, especially when it comes to your joy, your bliss, as the card says. Aquarius, let's see what the situation and influence is. Ooh! Situation, you have the Sun card. Yes, joy and bliss is real here. So during this time, personal growth, personal expression, what personally brings you happiness and lights you up is important right now. Explore it, express it. Others need it. Others want that from you. And you're going to feel rewarded doing it for yourself as well. There's definitely, a fire sign involved here. You fire and air signs are very much involved here. Leo specifically is showing up in your reading, of course, but it could have an influence of Aries or Sagittarius showing up as well. So just pay attention to that, Aquarius. They could be offering support, helping push you into this revelation, because you're getting some big personal revelations here. Follow, especially, I'm getting here more of these solar cycles and what's going on with the sun, solar energy, your rising sign, that's specifically coming through here, okay? Luminary placements, which mean looking at the moon as well. Okay, so that's coming up big with your reading. I'm getting eclipse energy actually from the image in this card. So that Sagittarius lunar eclipse, pay attention to that time frame. That's at the end, of this trajectory of this reading. The 5th. But pay attention to that time when all this can evolve. I feel like you're getting a doorway is opening up, a gateway is opening up, some sort of portal that is moving you into this new revelation, this new sort of self-identity. This new identity seems to be showing up for you. And it's beautiful, Aquarius, it's beautiful. I'm getting this message of when you feel and see even this portal, this opportunity, doorway, whatever you want to call it, open up, move through it. Move through it and keep that curiosity through this period, through this time period. Okay, Aquarius, keep that curiosity and joy, you know, that childlike, nostalgic energy going through this, exploring that science and art of astrology or whatever psychic phenomenon might be showing up here. And I am getting the message here, reconnect to your fire, to that vitality within you. During this time, it's a good time to do that. And what might help you to connect with that a little bit more easily, Aquarius, is going back to some childlike behavior. I know you don't always hear that advice, but going back to some childlike behavior or some sort of child experience, you know, some experience you had in childhood or some activity or some how you used to play, things you used to be interested in, going back to that, those things, that thing, whatever it is. It looks to, just light you up and give you some gorgeous knowing. Not just clarity, not just, you know, internal affirmation, but a knowing, which I feel like is just all the more in your face. And in your face is going to be, it's going to be what you need during this time period. It's going to be very sunny in the best sense. All right. So Gemini, we have valiant courage, take action with passion. Already, I'm feeling like you might be relating to a Aries, because Aries got this in their reading. But you are being called to step up in a more courageous way than you have in the past. If you're feeling passionate, if you're feeling frustrated even, or you're just feeling, you know, that fire within you to speak or to act on a specific issue and subject that you are passionate about, do it. Do it. Gemini, be encouraged. I guess kind of like I told Aries, there's no easy way, Gemini, to really embrace that courage and to take that bold step. Sometimes we might get an easy out with that, but essentially you just got to do it. You just got to dive in, and it's gonna feel a little intimidating or a little scary, but that's what makes it, that's what's going to make you so courageous, and it's going to, that energy is going to further empower you, because, you know, in the midst of that fear, in the midst of your nerves, you still went with your gut. That's what you're being encouraged to do in a nutshell. Let's see. All right. The moon showing up as a situation influencing energy, Princess of Cups. Okay, Gemini. So, having the courage to face some emotional issues, some deep psychological healing. And I do feel like it's of the past. Some psychological healing from the past, from childhood. Explore what else maybe hasn't been established or talked about. You know, something you have not maybe gotten closure on yet. I feel like this energy is really speaking of getting closure. A lot of feelings showing up here. Princess of Cups, the influence here, Gemini. This is definitely a water sign. So we have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio showing up. Now with the Moon card, I feel like this is leaning towards Cancer or Pisces more so. So they could be supporting you, helping you through this energy, helping you heal or identify some sort of psychological pattern that might be just hindering you in some way, or you know, just something that's been weighing on you for a while, Gemini. It's about healing that. Princess of Cups, beginning stages. Something about looking at the beginning stages or starting at the beginning is some more guidance for you here. Also, pay attention to psychic and intuitive downloads. You might be feeling a little extra sensitive during this waxing phase, especially when it comes to communicating any psychological trauma or pain, especially when that Mercury goes into Cancer, like I talked about at the beginning. Pay attention to that and express it. You know, don't hold it in. There's also just, I feel like your ability to tune in to higher frequencies, spiritual frequencies is definitely enhanced during this period. And it's going to take bravery, it's going to take courage, like we talked about here with this Oracle card. Have the courage to explore the depths of any shame, of any strong emotional pool, any strong bond that you might have with someone, or bond that you know, have had and it's difficult to let go of. Either way, Gemini. Speak to it peacefully. I feel like there's this feeling of a peace treaty going on with whomever caused you pain, or with whatever memory or experience caused you pain. It's key for your spiritual attunement and evolvement to get this addressed. And you're more than capable of doing it, Gemini. And succeeding. I definitely see most of you succeeding with this energy. Especially if you just be bold. Allow yourself to Be bold and stick yourself out there. Let the deep conversations surface. Beautiful. So there you have it, my lovely air signs. If you want to do a personal one-on-one reading, get in contact with me through my Etsy shop or email if you have further questions. All the information is below in the descriptions box. I am doing a special discount. At this particular time, I haven't established the price, but there's only going to be like maybe 4 or 5 available spots at this cheap rate that I'm offering. But all that information and what that special deal is in the descriptions box. So check it out, hop on that offer. Let me know in the comments how this resonated with you. And if you'd like me to do these consistently, and if you'd like me to do maybe extended versions where we go in more depth. But other than that, thank you for joining me, and I will talk to you soon and probably in the comments. Take care.